What if the key to unlocking your full potential as an athlete isn't just about lifting heavier, running faster, or training harder? What if the greatest gains come from mastering your mind? In this video, we'll dive into how Stoic philosophy can transform not only your performance on the field but also your approach to challenges, setbacks, and success. Ready to take your training to the next level? Let's explore the mental edge that separates good athletes from great ones. The Stoic athlete, performance beyond the physical. In the modern world of professional sports, athletes are often celebrated for their extraordinary physical abilities, speed, strength, agility, and endurance. Yet, as any seasoned competitor knows, mental resilience is just as important, if not more so, than physical prowess. While athletes push their bodies to the limits, it is the mind that often determines whether they rise to greatness or fall short. A powerful mindset can turn the tide in the face of adversity, transforming setbacks into comebacks and fueling peak performance when it matters most. Please support our work by subscribing and liking this video. One philosophy that has stood the test of time and continues to provide deep insights into mental fortitude is Stoicism. Originating in ancient Greece and Rome, Stoicism teaches the art of thriving in the face of hardship, embracing the impermanence of life, and mastering the mind. By focusing on what is within our control and accepting what lies beyond it, Stoicism offers a framework for athletes not only to excel physically but also to cultivate mental resilience, emotional control, and inner peace. The Stoic athlete, performance beyond the physical, seeks to explore how Stoic principles can be applied to athletic performance. Through an exploration of the Stoic mindset, athletes can learn to navigate the pressures of competition, recover from failure, and harness the power of their thoughts to enhance their physical abilities. Ultimately, it will demonstrate that the greatest performance is not solely measured by the body's capabilities, but by the mastery of the mind. The Stoic mindset, a mental framework for peak performance. At the heart of Stoic philosophy is the belief that true happiness and tranquility come from mastering the mind. For athletes, this mindset offers a powerful tool for transforming their approach to competition and personal growth. Stoicism teaches that we can't always control external circumstances, but we can control our thoughts, actions, and reactions. This distinction between what's within our power and what isn't is the foundation of a Stoic athlete's mental game. The dichotomy of control, focusing on what you can change. One of the core principles of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control, which divides life into two categories: what's within your control and what's not. For an athlete, this concept has profound implications. You can't control the weather, the decisions of referees, the performance of your opponents, or unexpected setbacks like injuries. However, you can control your preparation, effort, attitude, and response to challenges. This mindset frees athletes from the frustration of trying to control the uncontrollable. Instead of wasting energy on things beyond their reach, Stoic athletes focus on the aspects they can influence, whether that's improving their technique, enhancing their fitness, or maintaining their mental focus in the heat of competition. The result is a greater sense of peace and clarity, because they've learned to prioritize what truly matters and let go of the rest. Embracing adversity, turning challenges into opportunities. In Stoic philosophy, adversity is not something to avoid or fear, but something to embrace. Setbacks are seen as opportunities for growth, and difficulties are viewed as integral to the journey toward self-improvement. For athletes, this can be a game changer. Whether it's a loss, an injury, or a tough performance, a Stoic athlete doesn't see these moments as failures but as stepping stones. When adversity strikes, they remain calm and objective, evaluating the situation without emotional upheaval. The Stoic approach encourages athletes to adapt, learn from the experience, and bounce back stronger. Rather than feeling defeated, Stoic athletes approach every obstacle with the mindset that it's a chance to develop resilience, patience, and wisdom. This perspective allows athletes to thrive even in the face of difficulty. For instance, an athlete who is sidelined by an injury might use that time for mental training, focusing on technique, strategy, or visualization. They view this period not as wasted time but as an opportunity to grow in ways that will help them perform better when they return to the field, court, or track. Emotional control and equanimity, maintaining balance in high-pressure situations. Competition often brings a whirlwind of intense emotions, exhilaration, anger, fear, frustration. The Stoic mindset encourages athletes to remain emotionally balanced, cultivating equanimity, the ability to stay calm and composed regardless of external events. Emotional control is a critical skill for any athlete, especially in high-stakes situations where performance pressure can lead to stress or burnout. Stoic athletes don't suppress their emotions, but they recognize that emotions are temporary and that they don't need to dictate their actions. Whether celebrating a victory or dealing with a loss, they maintain their focus and composure, refusing to be swept away by the highs or lows of the moment. This sense of emotional equilibrium allows Stoic athletes to perform consistently well, even in the most intense environments. They understand that victory and defeat are both fleeting and that their worth as athletes is not tied to one moment or result, but to their ongoing commitment to growth and improvement. The role of reflection, continuous self-improvement. Stoicism places a high value on self-reflection. Athletes who adopt this mindset engage in regular reflection to assess their performance, identify areas of improvement, and make course corrections as needed. This process of introspection allows athletes to learn from their experiences, both successes and failures, and adjust their strategies for future challenges. Daily reflection helps athletes stay grounded, ensuring that they remain focused on their long-term goals rather than getting caught up in short-term victories or setbacks. It also encourages humility, as athletes recognize that growth is an ongoing process that requires constant effort and self-awareness. Through this daily practice, Stoic athletes develop a deep understanding of their strengths and weaknesses, allowing them to become better, more resilient competitors over time. Incorporating Stoic principles into an athlete's mindset doesn't just improve performance, it cultivates a holistic approach to life that extends beyond sports. Stoicism teaches that by mastering the mind, athletes can unlock a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment, both on and off the field. By focusing on what's within their control, embracing adversity, maintaining emotional balance, and committing to continuous self-improvement, athletes can reach new heights of mental and physical performance, ultimately becoming stronger not just as competitors, but as individuals. The Stoic athlete in training, building mental and physical resilience. Training is the foundation of athletic performance, and for any athlete striving to reach their peak, both physical conditioning and mental preparation are essential. While athletes often focus on developing strength, speed, and skill, the Stoic athlete understands that true performance is cultivated not just in the body, but in the mind as well. By embracing Stoic principles, athletes can approach training with greater discipline, consistency, and a stronger sense of purpose, ultimately leading to a more holistic form of success. The power of habit, consistency builds excellence. At the heart of Stoic philosophy is the cultivation of virtuous habits. Stoics believe that by forming consistent, positive habits, individuals can lay the groundwork for a flourishing life. For athletes, training is more than just a routine of physical exercises, it is the practice of creating habits that strengthen both the body and the mind. In this context, training becomes a continual process of building discipline, mental fortitude, and focus, qualities that are just as important as any physical skill. A Stoic athlete does not view training as a chore or a short-term effort, instead, each session is an opportunity to practice resilience and persistence. Whether it's lifting weights, running, or working on technique, the Stoic athlete approaches every task with the mindset that the effort itself is valuable, regardless of the immediate outcome. The true success of a training session lies not just in the performance, but in the unwavering commitment to showing up and giving the best effort. In this way, the Stoic athlete focuses on the process, knowing that sustained effort will eventually lead to mastery. The consistency with which an athlete approaches their training reflects their mental discipline. It's not about finding motivation for each session, it's about cultivating the discipline to train regularly, even on days when motivation wanes. For the Stoic athlete, the habit of showing up is a victory in itself. Enduring discomfort, embracing pain for growth. One of the central tenets of Stoicism is the practice of voluntary discomfort, the conscious decision to endure discomfort in order to build strength, resilience, and character. This philosophy is particularly relevant to athletes, as the road to peak performance is often paved with discomfort and pain. Training, whether it's pushing through fatigue, working through injury, or challenging the limits of endurance, can be physically demanding. But a Stoic athlete understands that this discomfort is not to be feared, it is a necessary part of growth. By intentionally pushing beyond what feels comfortable, athletes develop both physical and mental toughness. Pain and struggle become opportunities to practice perseverance, and every moment of discomfort serves as a reminder that they are building a stronger, more resilient version of themselves. Stoicism teaches that suffering is an inevitable part of life, but it also holds the potential to help us grow. For the athlete, this means enduring the pain of a tough workout, the sting of a difficult drill, or the sacrifice required to achieve long-term goals. The Stoic athlete does not seek out discomfort for its own sake, but embraces it when it comes as an integral part of the journey to greatness. Mental toughness through adversity, rehearsing for challenges. Adversity is a natural part of every athlete's journey. Whether it's an unexpected loss, a setback due to injury, or failure to meet expectations, athletes face numerous obstacles. But Stoicism teaches that it's not just physical strength that determines success in these moments, it's mental resilience. The Stoic athlete approaches adversity not as something to be avoided, but as something to be prepared for and even welcomed. Stoic practices like negative visualization, a technique in which one imagines the worst-case scenario in order to mentally prepare for it, are particularly valuable for athletes. By visualizing challenges, setbacks, and failures before they occur, athletes can reduce the emotional shock when these situations arise and stay focused on their response. For example, a runner might imagine tripping during a race or facing a sudden injury, mentally rehearsing how they would respond to the setback. The purpose isn't to dwell on pessimism or negativity, but to build emotional resilience. Negative visualization strengthens the athlete's ability to handle setbacks calmly and rationally, allowing them to stay focused on the present moment and their next steps, rather than becoming overwhelmed by fear or frustration. This mental preparation means that when adversity strikes in real life, whether during training or competition, the Stoic athlete is ready to face it with equanimity. They remain calm and composed, understanding that setbacks are not the end of the road but part of the path to growth and mastery. Training the mind for peak performance. A Stoic approach to training encourages athletes to develop both physical and mental strength. Physical conditioning alone is not enough to reach peak performance. An athlete must also cultivate mental resilience, emotional balance, and a focus on the process rather than just the outcome. By committing to the daily practice of Stoic principles, consistent effort, enduring discomfort, and mental preparation for adversity, athletes develop a mindset that can carry them through the toughest challenges. Through habitual training, voluntary discomfort, and mental rehearsal for setbacks, Stoic athletes build the mental toughness and inner peace required to perform at their best, no matter what circumstances arise. This holistic approach to training, where both the body and the mind are conditioned for success, ensures that athletes are not only physically prepared but mentally equipped to handle the demands of competition, adversity, and the journey to greatness. Stoic principles in competition, mastering the mind under pressure. In competition, the Stoic athlete faces the ultimate test of their philosophy. While physical skill and preparation are crucial, it is often the strength of the mind that makes the difference between victory and defeat. Stoicism provides athletes with the mental tools to navigate the unpredictable and emotionally charged environment of competition, ensuring that they perform at their best, no matter what challenges arise. The importance of focus, winning the moment. Competition is full of distractions. Crowds, opponents, unexpected events, and the internal pressure to perform can all pull an athlete's attention away from the task at hand. In these moments, the Stoic athlete uses their training to focus solely on what they can control, the present moment. Stoicism teaches that the only thing truly within our control is our response to the present. The past is gone, and the future is uncertain. By practicing focus and mindfulness, the Stoic athlete eliminates distractions and fully immerses themselves in the task at hand. Whether it's running a race, executing a skill, or responding to an opponent's move, the Stoic athlete's ability to stay present maximizes their performance. This focus is not about ignoring external factors but about choosing where to direct attention. The athlete remains calm, centered, and engaged with the current challenge, without becoming overwhelmed by the external noise or emotional turbulence of the competition. Accepting outcomes with grace, defining success by effort, not results. No matter how skilled or prepared an athlete may be, no one can fully control the outcome of a competition. This is where Stoicism truly shines, by teaching athletes to accept the outcome with grace, regardless of whether they win or lose. In Stoic philosophy, success is not measured by victory, but by the effort and attitude with which one approaches a task. A Stoic athlete focuses on giving their best effort and maintaining control over their reactions, regardless of the external result. They view victory as a natural consequence of hard work and perseverance, not as an endorsement of their worth, and defeat as an opportunity to learn and grow, not as a reflection of personal failure. When a Stoic athlete wins, they celebrate their victory not with arrogance or superiority, but with gratitude and humility, acknowledging the work that led to that moment. In defeat, they maintain composure and seek the lessons the experience offers, using it as fuel for future improvement. This mindset allows the athlete to remain centered, regardless of external outcomes. They recognize that their self-worth is not tied to any single performance or result, rather, it is determined by their commitment to the process and their capacity to remain virtuous under pressure. The role of self-talk and visualization, shaping the inner narrative. The internal dialogue an athlete engages in has a profound impact on performance. Self-talk, the ongoing conversation we have with ourselves, can either build confidence or create doubt. For a Stoic athlete, self-talk becomes a critical tool for maintaining composure, reinforcing positive habits, and focusing on what truly matters. A Stoic athlete's self-talk is grounded in encouragement, patience, and perspective. They speak to themselves with kindness and rationality, avoiding harsh or self-destructive thoughts. Instead of berating themselves for mistakes or failures, they acknowledge their errors with objectivity and use them as learning opportunities. This calm, constructive internal dialogue helps the Stoic athlete maintain emotional balance and stay focused on their goals, even under pressure. Visualization is another powerful tool in the Stoic athlete's mental toolkit. By mentally rehearsing their performance, whether it's executing a specific movement, overcoming a challenge, or visualizing themselves responding to a difficult moment, they can reduce anxiety, build confidence, and reinforce positive habits. Visualization also helps the athlete stay grounded in the present moment, reducing the likelihood of becoming distracted by external events or fear of potential failure. In addition, by visualizing adversity, the Stoic athlete prepares themselves mentally for challenges that may arise during competition. This technique, also known as negative visualization, allows the athlete to mentally rehearse setbacks or difficult moments, such as a bad call from a referee or an unexpected slip-up during performance. This reduces the shock of real-world adversity and empowers the athlete to stay focused on the task, responding calmly and effectively when faced with obstacles. The Stoic athlete in the arena, a unified mind and body. At its core, the Stoic athlete seeks to unify their mind and body in the face of competition. By cultivating an unshakable mindset, they are able to rise above the inevitable fluctuations in performance, weather the emotional highs and lows, and focus solely on doing their best in each moment. Through focus, grace in accepting outcomes, and the power of positive self-talk and visualization, the Stoic athlete demonstrates the true strength of their philosophy, the ability to remain calm, rational, and composed, no matter the challenges they face. The Stoic approach to competition is a process of continual growth. The athlete sees each competition not as a final destination, but as part of a lifelong journey of improvement. Whether the result is a win or a loss, the Stoic athlete remains unwavering in their commitment to self-mastery, knowing that each challenge, whether it is on the field, in the gym, or within their own mind, is an opportunity to practice virtue and strengthen their character. In competition, as in life, the Stoic athlete remembers, what truly matters is not what happens to them, but how they respond. It is in their response, centered, focused, and resilient, that true victory lies. Overcoming setbacks and failures. Failure is an inevitable part of the athletic journey. Every athlete, regardless of skill level, will face setbacks. Whether it's a missed opportunity, a poor performance, or an injury, how an athlete responds to failure is what ultimately determines their growth and success. Reframing failure. For the Stoic athlete, failure is not something to be feared, but something to be embraced. Every setback is an opportunity to learn, improve, and refine one's approach. Stoic philosophers such as Epictetus emphasize the importance of reframing difficult situations in a way that allows individuals to see them as opportunities rather than obstacles. When faced with failure, the Stoic athlete practices reflection and reframing. Instead of dwelling on the disappointment or external circumstances, they focus on what can be learned from the experience. This shift in perspective allows them to move forward with greater wisdom and resolve. Resilience and recovery. Resilience is a key characteristic of the Stoic athlete. It's not about avoiding failure, but about how one recovers from it. Stoicism teaches that the true measure of an individual is not their ability to avoid adversity, but their capacity to bounce back stronger after hardship. Whether recovering from an injury or overcoming a loss, a Stoic athlete understands the importance of resilience. They take the time to heal, both physically and mentally, and use the experience as a catalyst for future growth. Recovery is not seen as a sign of weakness, but as an essential part of the journey toward excellence. The role of support systems. While Stoicism emphasizes self-reliance and inner strength, it does not discount the value of external support. Athletes benefit from a strong network of coaches, teammates, family, and friends. A Stoic athlete understands the importance of surrounding themselves with individuals who share their values and can provide guidance, encouragement, and accountability. During times of adversity, the support system serves as a reminder that the athlete is not alone in their struggles. At the same time, a Stoic athlete also knows that the responsibility for their growth and success ultimately lies within themselves. Stoicism beyond the game. The lessons of Stoicism extend far beyond the athletic arena. The principles of resilience, self-discipline, focus, and emotional control are valuable in all aspects of life, from personal relationships to career pursuits and beyond. The virtue of wisdom. Stoicism teaches that wisdom is the highest virtue. Athletes can use their experiences in sports as a platform for developing wisdom, by learning from failures, refining their skills, and striving for continual growth. In turn, this wisdom can guide them in making better decisions in all areas of life. The pursuit of eudaimonia. In Stoic philosophy, the ultimate goal is eudaimonia, often translated as flourishing or living in accordance with virtue. For athletes, this means striving for excellence not just in performance but in character. It means developing qualities like courage, integrity, humility, and justice both on and off the field. Stoicism and leadership. Athletes who embody Stoic principles are often seen as leaders, not just in their sport but in their communities. By modeling resilience, emotional control, and a commitment to excellence,